572-0383 and 572-0215. Rev-Up St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Up next, Hard Drive, brought to you with the compliments of Joseph Shipping Agency and Rambali's Funeral Parlor. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph's Shipping Agency.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Ram Bally's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at ramballysfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support,
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Ram Bally's,
we care.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X, and also on DBS Television. Welcome to Hard Drive for today, Tuesday, the 2nd of September. My name is Andre Paul. Let's say good morning to the co-host of the show, to my immediate right, none other than the lovely Kina. Kina, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing? How you doing, Tony Paul? I did it deliberately, the latter part of it, to get under your skin.
It actually worked.
Yeah, I know.
It's actually cute. It's actually cute.
No, that's what
cute.
he doesn't like. He doesn't like to hear
It's
that
actually
part.
cute. drop it again in here.
No, it's gonna irritate you.
No.
You haven't got used to it yet.
There you go. It ain't cute. It's stupid.
We all have our unique laughs.
And it's funny. I'll be honest with you. Yeah.
You're just saying that just to please me.
Not at all.
Stop lying.
Not at all.
I'm sure you believe that?
No.
we don't believe you. Nah, it ain't working.
You see this guy, my brother? I know him well. Another story. That's another story. Okay, so Tony, how are you doing? All is well?
I'm doing well. Strange enough.
It's strange that you're doing well, Tony?
That's a lie.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as I say I'm doing well, all of a sudden a cough, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know why. I just feel good today.
All right.
Great.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
great. Yes.
The weekend was rough. Who? Joella. Let me see who else. Lucita. Those of you, it ain't the alcohol. No. All right. Rough weekends. You know what I mean? The last week was really, really rough, leading into this week as well. But nicely recovering.
Mm-hmm.
Recovering nicely.
Oh, good.
Just switch it.
You look good. I love the color, though.
Is it because of the red?
Sapphire
Where's
red.
Joella?
Isn't that burgundy? Or maroon or whatever?
I'm looking at the screen. It looks red.
Well, that's on the screen.
You know what I'm saying?
I should take my glasses off.
No, it is the burgundy-ish color. You know what I mean? But on the screen, it looks red.
It looks red on screen.
Yeah,
And Andre
yeah,
has a
yeah.
nice color, too. I love it.
I'm going to see
too.
Andre one. Okay, Andre one looks purple-ish.
It is
on the
purple-ish.
screen. It is purple-ish?
Yeah.
Okay, on the screen, yeah. I'm looking at the screen there. Yeah, man. Okay, so I ain't put on my headphones. I'm like, hey, wait a second. I look better without the headphones, man. Oh, gosh.
All right.
Yes, I will
Okay.
put on the headphones, no doubt.
Okay. So, don't forget, folks, this is, we're counting down the days for our changeover to 95.9 FM. We're counting down the days. That should happen this coming Sunday. I'm not sure exactly what time Cosmos will be doing the changeover.
He's an early bird. He loves early. Oh, he
Yeah.
loves early, Andre.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from what when we spoke. I don't know what he has said to you. But when we spoke, he said he will do all 3 locations the same day. So hit one, of course, Castries. We're in Castries, so he'll probably hit Castries first, probably View Fort, and then maybe go around to Soufrière.
And Tony, let's not forget the one in Castries. That's over 400 steps you have to climb.
Where is it again? Going to fire? I love that so much.
You'll be fire alone there.
So, yeah, it's on Go One. It's on Go One.
Okay.
That's where fire has to climb those 400 plus steps.
400 steps.
I did it a few times actually. I think Tony did it once.
Once, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
Tony did it
Oh.
once.
Yeah.
That was
It was a show.
it was a show.
Oh gosh.
400
It was
steps.
yeah, it's
Sure.
over 400.
Jeez, man.
And to me, it's more. Eh? You sure it's only 400?
Yeah,
We
for
counted
something.
them?
For something.
You
yeah.
counted it?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's over 400.
And, you
So
know,
way to the summit. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Way
Yeah,
to the summit.
way-
You know, it ain't
yeah.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Straight up.
Let me tell you.
Straight up.
Let me
What?
tell you.
Yeah.
What?
Nah, I wouldn't be able to.
No, I- that
nah,
was a
man. I'll be
nightmare for
screaming
me.
from the top. all the way to the top and coming back.
Yeah.
Probably
But
calling for my mom.
Cosmos seems to be a fit guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
For now.
yeah. That's how he gets his exercise.
Yeah,
So he
Yeah.
loves it.
exactly.
You know?
Wow.
So okay, so the changeover is coming this coming Sunday. So by Monday we should be okay. But my only fear is that lots of people out there who wouldn't hear about the changeover,
That's true.
who wouldn't have heard about it. That's my fear. And they may have maybe tuning in to 97.1 and still saying, well, what happened? Maybe we shut down. Yeah, we call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Wow.
So let's hope eventually the word will spread. We'll do our best. We'll do our best to advertise it.
Definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, we're just waiting now for the station, the new station IDs, etc., etc. All right. So
Remember,
once we get those, now we can start.
95.
Point.
Point
nine.
nine.
Okay.
Yeah, 95.9.
Write
And as
it
I said,
down
Tony,
and lock it in. I didn't write that one.
I'm sure you will at some point.
I should right now.
You should.
alrighty. So let's do some house chores now. First of the Tommaso bread place today. They got some good stuff as always. Yeah, stew chicken wings, stew backs today, ground provisions, potato salad, seasoned rice, black-eyed peas, and tossed salad.
you
By the
know
way, Tony,
what I
I've said it
wish?
already. Black-eyed peas, that's Mama's favorite.
Really?
Yeah, she loved them.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
you're going to say something?
I wish they delivered to the north of the island or something.
Well, yeah, you guys going to have to give that some thought.
Yeah, make it happen.
make
You know,
it
say,
happen,
hey,
you know,
do the delivery.
The mouth
Charge a
watering.
little more.
Yeah.
dishes you usually have, like lunch menus. Girl, let me tell you, deliver. It'll help. $15 for delivery. I'll be your, manager.
So, once again, Tommaso bread place, that's where the action is. Stew chicken wings, stew backs, ground provisions, potato salad, seasoned rice, black-eyed peas, and tossed salad. All right? Don't forget the usual sea moss flavors, including coconut, ginger, peanut, and peanut punch, and regular sea moss with flaxseed and chia seeds. All the good stuff, man.
Good stuff.
All the good
Yeah,
stuff. That's
I think
real
chia seeds
food.
are really good,
Real food.
yeah,
It's
healthy.
okay to have the junk and stuff. I have it once in a while, especially in Nairobi being there. And she offers me that thing all the time. That eat some. Yeah. And to please her, I just
Please, yes.
I indulge.
Imagine that, huh?
Yeah. So sometimes I do indulge. I'll tell you. I'm not so hot on the chocolates anymore.
Okay.
I haven't had a chocolate in quite a while. I'm not too hot on that one anymore. One time was one of my
I haven't had
favorites.
chocolate in quite a while.
And I'm trying to cool off on the ice cream too, as much as I can. So it was chocolate, it was ice cream,
Cake.
and cake.
Oh.
So one will have to stay. One will have to stay.
That
I
might
wonder
be the
which one.
ice.
Chocolate
No,
ice
I think it might be
cream.
the cake.
It might be the
okay.
cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be the cake.
So you love cake?
Tony,
Yeah.
man, remember, kids, man.
We
it's
always had
cake. Cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we love it.
50 Cent has a song, I love you like the fat kid loved cake.
Even our grandfather used to make coconut cakes,
I
and
love
he used to do them
coconut
well.
cake.
Remember, Tony? He used to do them really
I'm
well.
trying to think. Because I remember him grating the coconut.
He used to do it. He used to do it
Actually do it himself?
Yeah, he used to do it
Did y'all
himself.
help out in baking?
Oh,
Nah.
Not even grating of the
Our
coconut or mixing?
Our grandmother would not allow us.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Asis la.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Naimene pu. That's how she was.
Okay.
She would have to serve you.
Right,
That's just how
So
she
that's
was.
how you became the dishwasher.
No, actually, no. That's when I went to the US.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's true. I was the dishwasher. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, huh? So Andre wasn't doing anything? No.
Say again, I
What was
didn't
Andre's
hear.
role?
I didn't hear.
He wasn't doing anything?
Huh? Wait. I didn't hear. Repeat what you said.
No, man, it's true. Most of us were just in the house.
Yeah, it's
Just in the house.
true, it's true. I did the stuff. I was the one. I'd mop, I'd sweep. You know what I mean? Yeah. Did the dishes. The dishes was mine. You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kina, whatever time I went out in the night, and I used to be out in the night. I'm talking about my teenager, you know. 'Cause I didn't do the 20s here and so teenager. When I come back, either I do it late night, you head, and my grandmother would say, "Look at him, he's so vexed." In Creole, she would say that he's so vexed, he
Tell
want
him
to
off
break
and
the
shake
dishes.
up.
But no, not realizing it is late, and you hearing as though I just
It
doing
echoes,
the dishes.
it
It
echoes,
echoes, you know,
yes,
because of
yes, yes.
the time and so on. And if I didn't do it in the nighttime,
You
late when I
have
come.
to.
Early morning, wake up before everybody to get it done because it used to be a lot. Andre, of course, it used to be a lot.
Entire posse. Entire posse.
All the pans that we cooked in, all the plates that we eat in, all the cups that we use during the day. It used to be a lot.
I could imagine.
Oh, boy.
But you know, I want to make an important point. I make an important
that?
point, right? And the point is this: some of us may not be brought up in a particular way, right? We didn't do this, or we didn't do that, or we did this and we did that, right? But it's not something that's beneficial to you, maybe as an adult, or beneficial to your family members, right? That sort of thing.
Right.
So we have to get to the stage now where, as the Apostle Paul said, when I was a child, I did childish things.
Yes.
When I became a man, I put away childish things.
Right.
So there's certain things now that you have to say to yourself, no, I cannot live my life like that. I have to change this about myself. I have to start doing this and that and the other.
Yeah,
said.
I
Understand?
agree. Well said.
Very well said.
Yeah, because a lot of us just use it as an excuse. We just
Yeah, I
don't
didn't grow up like
improve
that.
ourselves.
Yes, I agree.
That's
Yes,
just the way
that
I
is
am.
true.
Well said, well
yeah.
said.
Yeah, it's just the way I
It
am.
becomes a problem for the individuals you interacting with or you in a relationship with.
Oh, and we were talking about that this morning, about things that some your partners have to nag
Oh,
about because you're not changing the behavior, so they have to keep nagging. Now that's one, and you have the other one now where somebody's just a nagger. Period.
Yeah.
There's always something to
There's
nag
some-
about,
mhm.
and that's the bad
That's the
one.
danger.
They always have something new to nag about. Have you ever been in a relationship when somebody's nagging you?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
What about you, Kina? Have you ever been in a relationship
No.
somebody's nagging you?
Oh,
Yeah.
but you were nagging.
I'm not a nagger. No, I'm not a nagger. I would most likely shut down if anything. Like I would just go cold, and after I would speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try not to speak when I'm like either upset, hurt, or something of that sort. Till I can get my feelings across, I shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Which may be worse because the person on the receiving end of that thing, sometimes you can't take that, huh?
Uh-huh.
The silent
The silent
treatment?
treatment, yeah.
Boy.
I've grown from it though, but it was really bad before. Like I'll maybe wait till I'm over it, or somewhere maybe a week, 2 weeks, and I'll finally say. But now I've grown. I'm not like that anymore. I would say right away. But I'll try to control my feelings to be able to say that so the person understands.
I suspect my question is, rhetorical, but withholding sex during that time as well?
No.
Oh, you're doing it, but you.
I don't know.
I know.
Yeah, you're all vexed. Like Arthur Charles had something saying,
No,
We
if
vex,
I'm
but-
if I'm
Yeah,
cold, then
yeah.
that wouldn't happen. No.
if you're cold.
Like if I'm going through something, then obviously that wouldn't happen. I would say, hey, I'm going for something, and I can't.
Okay, and I would say to you, well, let's talk about what you're going through, man.
And then I'll talk about it then.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, I
I
would.
thought you would say, nah, you're not.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
ready.
I would. If the person asks, I would.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I might not be able to get the right words across, and I'll ask the person to bear with me because I can't really get to that point, or I haven't yet. And they do, and they, just listen. Yeah.
But this nagging thing is so serious. I know a male, right? A guy.
I said they, it should have been he. Next thing somebody think, hey, what's the day about Kina?
Well,
No, I'm just clarifying.
Well, I mean, after all, you're a grown woman. You've had a few relationships.
Not
right?
that many, no.
Well, but a few. 2 is a few.
So yeah, I know a guy. The man actually left his own home because of the nagging. He actually left his own home.
Wow.
He left the person in the house. He left. That's how bad.
What
it can
time
be.
of day was that? No, I hope it was not the wee hours of the
I don't
morning.
know, but he left. He couldn't take it.
Left meaning left the home. Period. That's what
yeah.
he said. Not
He
left
never
the
went
night.
back?
Oh, of course, he went back eventually. Yeah, but he couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, some people, nah.
Because this thing there
nagging
is
just too
all,
much.
and that's the dangerous one. You always finding something else to nag about. After the person has worked on the particular issue, you come back again with something new
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
Always nagging.
Oh. Unlike, I've had a lot of relationships. Maybe some of that, that's why you asked, and maybe some of that, the nagging, you just on my case. For what? I'm out of there. Leave me alone.
No, but some people who do nag, it comes from a place of hurt and confusion, and they try, or maybe if the thing is happening, maybe they've said it before, and it's still happening, and you've gotten to the point where I'm not going to do it anymore. You've just blank them out totally, and some people continuously bring it up, and for others who nag, that's like you said, they just nag for every single thing. Now that's where you have a problem. But some people were not naggers before they went into that relationship. Something caused it to happen.
Yes.
It's true.
But if you communicate, you talk about it, and the person insists that they're going to continue the behavior,
Yeah.
right? And especially if you're already married to that person, then I think a caller was saying this morning, sometimes you have to let certain things go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just leave it alone and just accept it as that.
The only thing is if that thing is just overbearing.
Right.
It's just so difficult. Every time you see it, you go crazy.
Yes.
So instead of sending yourself insane, you go like, something, I can't deal with that.
You know what I've taken up of late? Lord, forgive them, for they don't know what they do. And I just walk away. Not generally, whether it's relationship, even with Snow, Lord, forgive Snow for she doesn't know what she's doing. And I've just practiced that, and it has helped me. Like, just because sometimes some people do things over and over, and they do understand, but when someone has a habit, it takes a while for them to,
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to remind you, the Tomaso bread place today, stew chicken wings, stew backs, ground provisions, potato salad, seasoned rice, black-eyed peas, and tossed salad.
The good stuff.
Yeah, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. Now, let me just share a little something with you all. I had to say that. Nairobi is leaving today.
Oh.
So she's leaving, I think, maybe sometime this afternoon. And I was with her last night. So it was her final moments to take advantage of me as in whatever way she could. So last night was request.
Last night when I came there, she was there?
Yeah, but when you came in, we took her back home.
Oh, okay.
So she was asking me, do this for her, do that for her, take this for her, take for that for her, all kind of things. And I'm just there being very, very patient, I go take it for her. Can you get me some water, please? Can you get me some juice, please? Can you put on this for me? And she put her legs all on top of me, come jump in. She's taking full advantage because she's going to be leaving.
Right.
Yeah. But I was driving her home last night, and she did something, and I said to myself, Jesus Christ was talking about what the kingdom of God is really like, and he said it's like children, and children are just all they know really at that age there is love. They don't know about hate. They have no idea what hate is. This is something that they learn as time goes by, and they will learn it from us, we the adults. All right. Last night she called her sister on the phone, and she's saying to her sister, sis, you're the best sister in the world, right? I'm so happy I have you for a sister, and I want to apologize. I know sometimes we fight, and those things happen.
Are you serious?
Yes, I know sometimes we fight, but you're still the best sister in the world. Can we call a truce?
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Listening to that,
this Nairobi. I love her already.
I was shaking my head. What? Can we call a truce?
And that's what we should now listen to that. That's what we as adults should be doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why.
Go back to that place,
So, Helen, except if that ain't true, because I don't know she have a sister.
Yes, she does.
I'm trying to know that.
Yeah.
Not to I know she have two
On
elders.
the mother's side.
Well, you wouldn't know that because you wanted the one in the relationship after all.
I was close enough. But Andre, okay, I know she had two boys and Nairobi. Am I wrong?
No, she has a boy, a girl, and Nairobi.
That I was not aware. I thought it was two boys.
Oh.
Okay. So the
Yeah.
boy is first, the girl is second, then
The,
Nairobi.
the girl is first.
Oh, the girl is
boy
the first.
second, and then then
Okay.
gives him Nairobi.
Okay.
Say no more.
Yeah, man. Tony has a nice relationship with her, actually.
I can imagine.
Oh gosh, a wonderful, wonderful. It's just that boy, the time that she was here, it's just tight, man. And then the night, evening time, I see again, because he has to work in the morning. What happened? You used to pick her up, spend the day with her or something, and
I had
then
to
drop
work
her
it
off?
out. I just had to work it out.
Okay.
I just had to work it out.
I-
Yeah, imagine yesterday because remember Sunday night I played and I was really feeling tired, right? I was tired, I wanted to sleep and so on. And I really thought I was going to meet her at 5 o'clock. So it was like around 5 o'clock. I got up. I said, oh my God, I have to go pick her up, and I really was not in the mood to go because, you're just getting out of a sleep and so on. And I call her and tell her, sorry, I'll be a little later, but I had to do it. So as I just said, I just have to work it out.
Yes, yeah.
So whether it's me, whether it's anybody else, you have children, you got to make time for those children. You've got to find a way around it. Work up, down, side, doesn't matter.
No matter
You've
where,
got
how,
to make
you
the
gotta
time
make the time.
to spend with those children. Okay, and that's the time we start to see their strengths, their weaknesses,
That's right.
the things that they do that probably one day will irritate somebody else,
Yes,
and then you have to point it out to them.
and try to nip it in the bud from early.
Exactly. And I think that's the responsibility of parents as well, to bring up your children in such a way that they will not be a burden on people. You
Oh,
understand?
yes, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, you go in,
totally
you're
agree.
raising a boy, and you're raising a boy where has a lot of bad habits.
Bad habits.
And you don't address those things. You're raising a girl, you see the bad habits. You as an adult supposed to know those and see those things beforehand and to say, don't do this, don't do that, right? You don't necessarily have to explain to them, but don't do this. For example, you want them to brush their teeth at nights. It's very, very important. You want them to take a shower before they go to sleep. Very, very important.
important
So you have to
as well.
drive that into them so that they understand. They may not understand now, but later when it gets to be a habit. But boy, Tony, Nairobi's one coward. Oh my God, boy.
What, afraid of the night and that kind of thing?
Afraid of the
Okay.
dark and this kind of thing.
I think most children are afraid of the dark.
My
That's
gosh,
what I'm
boy,
saying.
what?
I used to be. All
Which-
my adult years, I
Yeah,
was for
yeah.
good till I was like 40 something.
You serious?
Yeah.
In other words, just the other day.
Yeah, terrified of the dark. Yeah, totally. I couldn't sleep without a light on. Yeah, man.
And if you see all the lights not off, I can't sleep ladder. All lights have to be off.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and then of course, when Nairobi stays by me now, when I put out the lights, she said, Daddy, you put out the light.
She's afraid.
I say, oh yeah, sorry. What to
You
do?
have to sleep with
What
the
I
light
usually
on.
get is the plug-in light that works.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
afraid of the dark, man. I've never seen something like that. Yeah.
I think it's because we grew up in a house. Where
Remember we spoke about Dawn some time ago?
Oh, yeah, of
Our
course.
sister Dawn?
Mm-hmm.
Our sister Dawn would go everywhere, line me everywhere, no problem. Could be midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. She's fine.
Once you get in the house.
She enters the house. She's afraid. I've never seen
Until it
something.
was dark.
That's what I was coming to say. Because all of us slept in the dark.
What?
All of us.
No way.
Not only that, in terms of her being afraid, not only that, because in terms of her being afraid, it might have been all the crap that we heard from our grandparents.
Yeah,
as well.
the stories.
Oh yeah, the stories too. Yeah, man.
stories,
That
you know what I mean?
imprints.
The
let me
stories.
tell you.
The stories. The
And
stories.
if you have siblings that like to torture you,
Yeah, like we did. Like
they would
to her.
come with the bed sheet over. Let me tell you, don't do that to children.
Exactly.
No. My cousins did that. No. Don't go playing those ghost games. That ain't funny.
Yeah.
No, I dealt with that, and trust me, let me tell you.
Yeah, those stories, Tony,
No,
it's
no,
true.
no.
Mama used to say, because they had no electricity back in the day,
Yeah.
the whatever it is, what do you call it, sukuyo or whatever,
Oh, yeah,
would
so many
climb
stories.
the electric poles and walk on the line. And you as a kid now, you're trying to imagine what that's like. Yeah, and you actually believing that somebody really did that for true because everything your parents say, you believe
believe
them.
it, yeah.
But my grandfather gave a story one time. He said that he was walking on some road at whatever time in the morning, right? And he said he saw a coffin in the middle of the road at that time of the morning. Now, I've been around for a while, 60-some years on this planet. I've never seen a coffin on the road.
And you probably never will.
Exactly. The man said he see a coffin in the middle of the road, right? So of course he's giving the story, and when they hear what happened, so he said he went to the coffin, he sat in the coffin, and he smoked a cigarette.
What? No way. No.
You see, Tony remembers it.
He smoked a cigarette.
They smoke a cigarette, man.
If I'm walking and I see a coffin, I would go on. Nah, man. Tell me about it.
Straight I see a
Tell
coffin. Run.
I was having this conversation with my mother over the weekend, and she says when she was a child, a group of them would go on an estate to get fruits and vegetables to eat, right? Mangoes and so on. And when the workers and owners were coming, they would take stones and they would pelt at them. So they thought that there was Laja blessing stuff. Like in there. And I'm like, why would you all do that? So the entire time, the workers and owners would think, hey, it's broad daylight. They shouldn't be hit by a stone. But it was children doing that the entire time. And she said to me as well, Mama, sorry, I'm putting you. She said she had a doll one day and she tied the doll. She and some friends. So they took ropes and they tied the doll. So they put the doll in the middle of the road. So one had one on one end and the other one. And if somebody was coming, they would just pull the rope on either end. And it was just so they did that in the night. So all what the persons would have seen walking the street was just this doll levitating. She said there was this one man eventually that was walking, and that man had a wooden stick, right? And she said that. He buy popot laku. He buy popot laku. Let me tell you. I laughed so hard. I'm like, why would you all be doing that to people? You know?
Yes. But we had a cousin we have a cousin called John. I don't remember that story.
If I remember it, while you were talking about the wire thing and all that, John, I remember.
We were down in spending time with our family in Londonderry, which is the Saltibus area.
That's
there. Right. So our cousin John, he said that he saw a devil.
Yes.
He actually saw a devil.
Really?
In the river.
Yeah, near the river.
And he ran.
I was so curious because he said when he saw the devil, he ran and this guy. I asked him what the devil looked like. So it was black. It was black. It had wings. He described the thing, and I'm so curious. I'm saying, but where exactly you saw it? He told me it was by a stump. There's a tree stump, and that's it was there, like stooped on the tree. I said, well, show us where it is. I mean, I'm curious to know. I remember he took us down there to the river area. Were you there, Tony?
That's why I did by the river and all of that.
And he showed us the tree stump. And I got real scared at that point in time there. Yeah, I got scared because imagine I'm right there and the devil was there. Yeah. So I'm wondering if something frightened him for true. Now that we're old and we're talking about it,
wasn't
frightened him for true, and he thought maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
And he just made up the story.
No, he may have frightened him.
Now,
Most likely.
I heard the best part. Tony and myself, we spoke, we spoke as brothers. We said, let's make up some stories to scare our cousin, right?
What?
Yeah. So so I was the one now making up some stories about. I can't remember what stories I gave.
That's before that happened.
That was after. It was after. So now, of course, we want to talk about our experience.
Yeah.
So Tony and myself agreed. We agreed we're going to say those make up things to scare him, right?
No way. Shush me.
After the stories, we gave all the stories. Tony was scared. Remember I tell you? We agreed, we agreed to lie.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens with your imagination.
Tony
right?
was scared.
You believe that eventually, way.
I think he was underneath the bed or something.
I remember the night clearly, under the bed. Time to sleep, I go under the bed.
Tony got under the bed.
You remember, of course, but you remember everything for true. Under the bed. Yeah, and him and John, I think y'all slept on the bed.
Yeah, I was
You
afraid.
went of all places to go and hide under the bed?
Because if the devil come in, it'll take them. Okay, I hiding under the bed. You can't see me.
Oh my gosh! No way! That's true.
As a kid, that's your logic. You know what I mean? They on top, I'm hiding under the bed. How the devil go see me?
The irony is that he knew it was a
Right.
story we just made
No,
up.
but the devil would see anyway.
No, but
On the bed.
as a teenager, you think I know that?
Oh boy.
The
Yes.
things we did
Let
back
me-
in the day or
let-
said, you know,
Let me
just
give
to
one
scare
last
someone.
one. Again, because I started by
Sheesh.
saying the foolishness our parents told us. Let me give the last one. Look the devil there. massive tune. Road march, everything in Trinidad.
Yeah.
Right? They're playing the song here and people ain't want to hear the song. Boy, you calling out devil, you calling devil. A party somewhere. I don't remember where, maybe one of the listeners will say where it was. Somewhere either Schwarzel or
Yes,
somewhere.
yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Party swinging. A devil, they say, I wasn't there.
Somebody came with
A
goat
devil
foot
thing
or
and
something.
one goat. You know what I mean? Dancing it with everybody in front of there. But scatter.
Lord help me.
So in other words,
Jesus Christ.
you
My
anticipated-
shoes wet.
Okay.
Okay, good.
In
Oh,
other words,
jeez.
you anticipated that would be the story, or you heard that before.
I heard it.
Okay.
I heard it before.
That made the news, you know.
It made a news.
That actually made the news. Yeah, I was at. I think I was at RSL at the
RSL,
time.
perhaps RSL.
That actually made the news.
Oh,
People thought that really,
Jesus.
really happened.
Yeah.
A devil walked into the
Devil,
party and so on.
yeah. And one for the horse foot and thing, and jumping and dancing.
Just imagine the things some
Oh,
people
man.
did
Oh,
back in the day. Maybe it was someone that decided, you know what?
But of course it was someone. Somebody.
A story.
You know, maybe the less stories as well. A woman just dressing and
Yeah.
just being
So Tony,
somewhere. You know,
Tony.
cheese, man.
Fake news started a long time ago.
A long time ago. Trump brought out the term. But fake news,
A long time ago. What? But you know, on that song, The Devil Day, right? That song was not talking about a literal devil, you know. That song was talking about people who are in positions
Right.
Oh,
of leadership, whether it's in the church, whether it's in government or wherever, right? These are the people that's the real devils. That's what he was saying.
Yes.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said, look the devil there.
And halls
in halls of justice. Yes.
And somebody misinterpreted
Yeah,
that.
judges,
Well,
magistrates,
That's right.
those people. He said these are the real devils. So but at the time, we didn't really catch the story. Always devil.
Look the devil there.
Yeah.
Look the devil there. Some people still don't even like the song enough. Is afraid to when you play the song.
Yeah, imagine
No,
that.
because
Yeah,
what
some
comes
people-
with it? You think
Yeah.
after hearing the song and being there for real, and you see someone with a hoof, you want to hear that song again because you know every time that song is played, the devil appears, right?
But you won't believe this. You know, in all cultures, they have these stories.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
cultures, they have these. And you see it in the movies and so on. Whether it's the Chinese, whether it's whoever, the Americans, doesn't matter.
It's
They
true.
all have these
You're
stories.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not anything to
I
do
used
with
to
like
watch
television.
horror movies before till I saw The Nun.
Oh, The Nun. Yeah.
Let me tell you,
that
after
one they
watching
played.
that movie, I never watch a horror movie again.
Mhm.
No,
For me,
because before she appears, there was dripping of water, right? And that night, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. I heard drip, drip. Television went off. I never watched a
That
horror
was it,
movie
that was
again.
it, yeah.
Never, ever. After that, scary movies, no way.
The Nun is a recent thing.
No,
Yeah, it's been out for a
yeah,
while.
It's been out for a while.
What's a while?
It's really scary.
Give me years.
Maybe 2013.
Oh, 2013. I thought you were going to say 20 years.
Yeah.
It's on
2013
Netflix
is-
actually.
yeah.
It's on Netflix now?
It's on
I
Netflix.
suspect I saw
I'll
that.
watch
Eh?
it.
Hmm.
You sure?
I suspect I saw that.
No, just imagine. And when I saw nuns, I used to be terrified after that.
Uh-huh. I
No,
suspect
because
I
the
saw
nun
that.
was killing people.
The Nun was killing people?
Yeah, man.
I think I saw that. He drowning and so on.
Yeah.
Drowning people in the tub and all of that.
Mm.
I think I saw that.
And there was the nun in one of them, like one. She was, the plane is in the air and there's alongside the plane flying. No, that's terrifying.
Yeah. For me, it was the Exorcist. That was the scariest thing I'd ever seen.
We're back in the day when we go.
Remember we went to watch that, Tony?
How you?
I used to watch
To
it.
me, that was the
That for me
scariest
wasn't scary
movie I've
then.
ever. I've never watched it since that time.
You-
I've never
I
watched.
don't watch
Yes.
scary movies anymore.
What was really scary for me was when the legs of the bed they were shaking and
shaking.
rumbling. You know,
Yeah.
that was scary, man. When I got home that night and I was on my bed, I tried to see
So
if.
there you go. When we
And
watch
I've
these
never
things
watched that
on-
after that.
Yes.
Even in my age, I've just never watched that
I
movie.
wonder if anyone ever had a mental breakdown after watching a scary movie or
Probably.
being told.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because that plays on you.
Yeah, it really, really does,
It really
boy.
does.
Andrew, just quickly, because we have other matters.
Yes.
Toes. Andrea.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of the devil thing, toes. Just recently.
Carnival time, right? Toes was around carnival time, right?
Christmas
time, yes. Yeah.
So you remember?
Oh, yes. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, because we go in behind toes and so on, and as children, you're running behind toes, you're walking with toes.
Let me ask
As soon as toes,
are you familiar with the character, the toes character? Oh, okay, well, there we go.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of our listeners are not, so Tony, fill us in.
Right. So you'd be walking.
What does he look? What does toes look like?
The devil. Dressed up in red,
Yeah.
a red suit and so on, with the horns and everything.
Who ever saw the devil before?
And his how should I put his angels or whatever?
His minions.
You know what I mean? They have tar on them and so on.
Tar.
You know what I mean?
Literal tar.
Yeah.
They paint themselves in the tar.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you would walk behind them, but you're afraid of them like hell.
Yeah, because they come running after you with a pig for.
Right.
Oh, that's the thing, like back in the day, right?
Back in the day, that's right.
Oh, that thing. I always stayed away.
Oh, okay. And you know what I mean? And when they run behind you, you're scared as hell. But as soon as they turn around, you fall in because a crowd of children, man, following them. Mm-hmm. And I kind of thought they were real and wicked. I was afraid of them like crazy, man.
Yeah,
and I
that's
got
true.
the story just recently. There, normal people I was doing toes.
Yes, of course.
As a kid, my ignorance,
how he
you're so
says it, though,
ignorant.
that gets me every
Normal
time.
people are doing the toes and so on.
Fellas.
I think you're thinking there's some devil fellas. You know what I mean? The real devil are there. You're afraid of.
No, I wasn't running. I wasn't following. I was
But you remember?
I
You remember
remember.
toes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It still happens today.
No.
I don't think
No,
I haven't
in
seen that.
some-
As a matter
Yeah.
of fact, I have the story. I thought you wanted, because you allowed me to go. I thought you wanted for me to talk about toes so you could give the end story.
What was the end?
The same person is, again, recently I got that, maybe that Saturday, you know what I mean? The same person who was doing the toes all the time. And I guess some grown up people who probably figure maybe when they were young, I'm just saying. Long story short, Andre and Kina, they whole mate one time and beat the hell out of the man. Went to hospital, never recovered, he died.
Why?
Because I don't know. I can't say why. I mean, I could speculate and say, you know what I mean?
Maybe because
Because
he was dressing like toes?
Or maybe because growing up, he probably frightened them and they figure, hey, I don't know. You know what I mean? But that's the story that I got. They beat the heck out of the man.
Oh my God.
And the irony is that you're afraid of them, but you go after them. You actually
That's
go
right.
looking for them.
That's right.
And when they
The
come
drum-
running.
weren't they beating drums and stuff
I
like
don't remember
that?
all
No,
of that.
no.
Yeah.
All I remember is that you had the toes, the one they call the toes. You had this this fork you used to have, and run after you with this thing.
Yes.
Now you run away. You're scared, but you go back.
You go back.
But there was a time of the year when that was happening, not Christmas or something.
Christmas
That's what
time.
they're saying.
Yeah.
It was Christmas time, yeah, not Carnival.
Yeah.
Christmas time, because Carnival is Carnival.
Mm-hmm,
Christmas time, Asu Square and so.
Yeah.
Oh, you told it, boy.
Yeah, boy. Anyway, I was watching the video of the incident where it is alleged that the Minister for Tourism, Dr. Ernest Hilaire, was pushing this person outside the House of Parliament, right? Now, I'm no expert. I don't know. Although I heard Mary talking about it yesterday on Power Politic. Maybe she knows something that I do not know. She said, from what I heard her say, that it was AI generated. I don't know. But when we were talking yesterday,
Maybe the
go
one
ahead.
she saw, because maybe the one she saw, but the one that I saw is different from, because people are saying there's a literal fighting.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what people are saying.
Right. And
You
now,
understand?
Tony,
haven't seen
the
that
same video
one.
I got, I sent it to you. Unless, of course, you got it from somebody else as well. That video I sent you yesterday. Oh, Tony, something else, you know.
You serious?
After I got it, I sent it to you. So you take a look at it. So I think Kina felt
That's not
that it wasn't AI generated.
Because you could see, I think they were in the vicinity, a lady wearing red with a bag. You had an individual with a blue shirt. You had another woman with a camera in hand. Explain to me how everything was synced and it's AI generated. As to what happened between him and the young lady, I would just say this, right? You can't tell somebody what they didn't feel or how they felt, right? For us, when we hear the word push, when push, so you expect the person to drift and all of that.
Yes.
You know?
That's what you sent me?
Yes.
I
that's
got it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got that,
that's
yeah.
not AI generated.
No.
But what I hope to see is that the young lady and the minister, they come together and they deal with that in a way that benefits both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You
So
know?
since you saw it, apparently you
Oh,
saw
I
it.
went over it a few times.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah.
So what was Mary talking about yesterday? Wasn't
It
that?
could be another one where there was literal fighting. It looked like.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, so she
Fighting
wasn't
and-
referring to that
that one. No.
issue.
No.
Okay. So
Oh, I think the AI generated video she's referring to, there's an AI generated video, I think, of the opposition leader and the prime minister fighting on the square.
That's an old one. That's a long time ago.
It still these things still make rounds and stuff like that. I'm assuming that's what she's
No,
referring to.
what I heard people say. I have not seen it. Is that one that's clearly AI generated, where you're seeing the same minister and the same person
wow.
like fighting, and not just the way
Oh.
he touched her. And
Nah,
okay,
nah,
I'm
if
up with
there
that
is such a
that's what I
video,
saw.
that's
Which minister you're
definitely
referring to?
AI.
The same minister.
right, right.
Dr. The
So
Honorable.
that is another video.
It seems so.
haven't
The AI
seen it.
generated must be
Okay.
another one.
But the one I watched, the one I sent you,
Right.
right. I'm not an expert. Neither am I defending the minister, but I
Right.
didn't see the way it was described, pushing and this sort of thing. I didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
I think
either.
what I saw, he tried to escort the lady.
a little bit something like that.
Yeah, like I think he held her.
And as
Yeah,
soon as
back
she
In the
of
just
him.
shook
small of a
herself,
back or something, and
right.
she
Yeah.
She just shook herself away, and that was that.
Yeah, that was it.
Maybe he kept telling her, you cannot be in here because you're protesting whatever he said, right? And he never really touched her after that.
Exactly. So I didn't see, as I said, I didn't see
and I would
anything.
say, somebody's saying, and I'm not. It's not about the minister here
And-
or the young lady
Oh, and not
But-
here, flambeau or labor.
or labor. I'm
No,
not doing
no.
that. I'm just saying sometimes we have to put ourselves in the position of that individual saying, that's how I felt. That's what she. So as a parent or guardian or someone, your child comes home to you and says, Daddy, Sarah pushed me. What would your first response be? Sarah push you? Why would Sarah push you? Da-da-da-da-da. You want to go to the school. If it were your child, that's how you would react. Most parents would react. Most siblings would react. You understand? And I'm not saying color here, whether it be red, yellow. I'm just saying that if the person felt that she was, she was. For me, I could do this. If Tony moved, I didn't do it that forceful, but he moved. A push is that simple. He shifted, right? That's all it is, right?
That is true, but it's what was being said, Kina. It was being said that he pushed her outside
No,
the building.
I'm not seeing that in the video.
Right, that's
The
what I'm
video
saying.
that was
I don't
released,
see
no,
that.
I didn't see
because
that
that's what
in the video.
that was the story, that he literally pushed her out of the building.
Nah, I didn't see that in the thing, and I don't think she said that either.
But how could anybody get?
Yeah.
She
I
never
didn't get
said that
part.
Never said
either.
that.
She
I didn't-
never
I didn't
said
get- I
that
didn't
he
get that.
pushed her
Out.
of.
Yes.
No, she
Well,
never said that.
that's what I read.
Nah, she never.
I'm not saying.
she
I'm not saying.
herself-
I'm not saying I read that she said it. I read what the news said.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. And there's so many, and that's why sometimes, because of everything that's being said on both sides, we
So
get confused
so
with
if
what really
if
happened.
something didn't happen, like the push out, so what is the big deal about then? Why make an issue of it?
She said she was pushed.
Right.
You cannot
Exactly.
take that away from her. That's how she felt she was pushed. You know.
Right. So exactly.
So
pushed.
that
Pushed.
would have been something
That's
that
the operative
she and
word
the
there.
minister would have to have to deal with, or the police or whatever, get to the bottom of it and deal with it amicably. But again, we have red, yellow, and our own perceptions of what we thought or what we think happened. And I don't think we should be just, going at people just so. A lot of that has been happening, and I feel it's very worrying that we keep seeing red and yellow and really going at someone and belittling them, calling names and so on. I think all of that is, no matter on who it is on its side of the fence, we need to stop.
Well, I say we need to be fair.
Yeah.
We need to be fair. Those things about doctoring things and so on, or exaggerations,
That
telling
too.
lies, that's what we should try to stop.
Yeah,
that
we
kind of
should do
behavior.
that as well, I
And
agree.
and those of us who manipulate things and try to make things appear what they are not. Okay, I hope you're gonna like it when it's gonna be done to you, because that's just how life is.
Life is like that.
Yeah, that's what
It always comes
what
back.
you're doing to create, because obviously you're doing it to create problems. That's just so unfair. That is so unfair. I mean, now we live in a very, very dangerous place where somebody can make me, this is what they call a deep fake. The deep fake, where you take something and make it look like I'm doing something which I didn't do. That is dangerous.
That's the power of AI.
That's dangerous.
We should all pass the law like Denmark
No,
is.
no, that's not the power of AI. That's the power of a human being.
Human being and AI.
No, but
Because
what
you
AI
let
have to
AI
do with that?
control. Well, you let AI to control you into doing something that you know is going to, well, pretty much. You have this app, you have this, okay, I want to hurt Andre in this way, and this is what I'm going to do. So you take your time, you get Andre's voice, Andre's image, you manipulate that, and you put that out there into having people think that Andre did what he didn't do.
The point I make is that
Right.
the AI has nothing to do with that.
That's right.
You are using
You're
AI.
using AI, yes,
Right.
to
Because-
get what you want.
Yeah, because I'm saying I wouldn't do that to anybody, right? So that's again, bad mind.
But I think Denmark recently passed a law where your voice and your image and your likeness, nobody should use it, and if anybody does, then you'll be penalized for it.
I agree. I agree.
And I think all countries should do that.
Yeah, we're living in some. I mean, again, I shouldn't say we, because human nature has always been human nature. It's just now we have more tools now to do to do some real bad stuff, right? Look at this one. This morning I was reading about, I think, Microsoft, because I remember some time ago, this lady, the rapporteur for Gaza, she said that Microsoft and a whole bunch of others are using AI to ferret out where Palestinians are. Now you have workers at Microsoft. They were just protesting this very, very thing. I think there's an app called, it's spelled Azure, Azure, or something like that. So they use that. The Israelis are using that to find where
To
people
find out
are,
where they
and
are, so they
and you
could,
can kill them. So imagine their own staff have been protesting this thing, their own staff.
I agree.
So they had them arrested.
With
They
the protest.
had them arrested. Yeah. So the people know what they're doing, what they're using those things for. So say, here we go again. You have that app, which could be used for something good, and now you're using it now to destroy people. So nothing wrong with the app.
Yes.
It's just human beings using it for a bad purpose.
That's right.
And we go back again to what we said earlier about children. Children don't do stuff like that.
No, they don't.
And that's why Jesus Christ said the kingdom of God is made up of children, meaning in your mentality, right? You wouldn't try to hurt anybody deliberately, right? So we have to learn. All right, so that was a very, very interesting thing. As I said, from what I saw there, I didn't see any problem, any issue. And if they're saying that he pushed the lady outside, well, I guess they have a video to prove that, right? Yeah, but from what I saw, I didn't.
I hope they could resolve this amicably. Whatever.
Honestly, yes. I hope.
I really that's my hope.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, St. Lucia has raised the pride flag. Now, I was curious to know,
What's that?
was that a literal flag? So, I'm told that, yes, it was. It was a literal flag. Talking about, the whole issue about gay pride and this sort of thing. I think it was done at a private ceremony. So, for me, I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem.
I have no
either.
problem with that. Other people live their life,
I agree.
and this is who they are, and give them the time to work on
Yeah.
themselves and to do the changes. Tony, and Keen, I can tell you, I mean, I have done a lot of wrong things in my life before, but I woke up. I woke up. So if I can wake up, these people can wake up as well.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. Only if they think they're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, at the time you're thinking what you're doing is the right thing.
Yeah.
Until either you have an aha moment, or sometimes you die in your ignorance. That does happen as well.
Which is
Yes.
kind of what I meant. Yeah.
It does happen as well.
Yeah.
But the same way, there are people like me, right, and others who could change and have changed, and there are others in their 80s and 90s, and they refuse to change.
Yeah.
So if the people in that lifestyle 80s and 90s and they refuse to change, that's their business.
Yeah.
They
That's
have
their
to
choice.
answer to God in the final context of everything.
That's their choice. The only way we could come and judge anybody is if we know we dot our I's, cross our T's. Let me explain. In Indonesia, remember I mentioned last week that they were supposed to be caning 2 guys who were caught hugging and kissing in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Now, in Indonesia, what is a certain part of Indonesia, they call it Aceh province. You're not allowed to do those things. So males are not allowed to hug, nor to kiss. Now, that's the people's law. So these fellas got 80 strikes with the cane, right? I'm sure we don't agree with that. That's not the way.
Absolutely.
That's not the way to handle that kind of situation. So I guess they want to beat the gayness out of them.
And that's not going to work.
Exactly. So I'm saying the only time we as a society can judge is when we act like Aceh. And let me tell you why I say that. Because in Aceh province, you can be caned for adultery, right? So they're not choosing one and leaving the others out. So you can be caned for adultery, you can be caned for gambling, you can be caned for gay sex, and you can be caned for having sex while you're unmarried. So they're dotting their I's and they're crossing their T's. Okay? You can also be caned for drinking alcohol, women wearing tight clothes, and, and men who do not attend Friday prayers. You know, go to church.
Yeah. Oh.
So they covered every aspect, right? So the law does not discriminate against one and favor the other. That's the only time, if we had that sort of system in St. Lucia, then we can start talking about condemning people for their behavior. But we don't have that in St. Lucia. Right? Some of us can do as we please, and we are cool. The law doesn't say you can't do that. So we're living in a hypocritical society. That's just how it is. So who are we to come and to judge somebody else because of their behavior? No, leave the people alone. Because we have our sins that we commit ourselves. Right? It may not be the gay sex. It may be gambling, for example. It may be having sex while you're unmarried. Right? So who are we to come and criticize somebody else when they're doing their thing? Leave them alone.
A lot of times we highlight something in the Bible that pleases us, but there's so many other things in the Bible that we're doing wrong as well. So, okay, for them, and I understand the sensitivity of it. We're guided by faith and other principles, but still, if you want to be guided by faith and other principles, there's so many other things the Bible says. Just respect, leave them alone.
The Bible is one thing, you know. The Bible is one thing, and the laws of the land is another.
Yes.
Okay. So sometimes some things they take from the Bible to make a law of the land, and others they just figure, oh, it's in the Bible. Do as you please. But that part of the Bible, that's fine. But the law of the land is the law of the land. For example, the same thing is just right.
Yeah. That's the law of the land.
We have to separate the two.
Yes.
The law of the land said that. Allow them. We, your faith, says this. That's what it says. Yeah.
Okay. Now, there's a story that came from Jamaica. I meant to talk about it yesterday, but I was kind of waiting for an update. Last week, Tuesday, a lady who's dating some guy, I think that's her boyfriend, she has a child with that guy. She also has another child, which she had with somebody else. So her boyfriend is her child's father and also the stepfather, right, of the child that she had either previously or whatever the case may be, right? So the story said that they were drinking ganja tea. That's the guy and the lady. And they don't know if this is what caused the guy to act in a certain way. But he just started getting on, right? Acting like a crazy person. And he tried to stab the girlfriend. Now, when he tried to stab her, she was able to escape. So she said when she turned around, she saw the guy now taking the anger of the 2 little children, a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old.
God, that
yes,
close.
And he stabbed them, the 2 children, to death. And when he was done, he took them at the back of the house. I put them in some bushes. The lady was able to run, went to the police station. That happened in Jamaica, by the way. Went to the police station. By the time the police came back, right, to investigate, they realized that the guy had actually
done himself.
Yeah. So
am I right? He did himself as well. Took his own life.
Oh no. So because the girlfriend saw what happened, so she reported him, and when they came, they took him in, did their investigations in the presence of his lawyer, and I guess maybe he didn't say so. Maybe he admitted to doing it. Now, and that's why I want to ask you all. I mean, we really empathize, and we feel it for those two little children. We can't get away from that.
It's unbearable to process something.
1 and 2, yeah.
1 and 2. So this is
Yeah.
really hurtful, right? Let me just read the names for you. Let's call Amir. Amir, he's 1 year old, and the other one is 2 years old, Shamir. Amir and Shamir. So we empathize, we sympathize, we feel it for those two children who are to die in that way. They have not even lived their life as yet, and they are gone. And I keep talking about death. Death is just so final. That's it. There's no opportunity for you anymore. That's why we have to get so angry at this sort of thing. When you see people taking advantage of little children, we have to get angry at that. You just come and take the person's life just so they can never come back on this planet. They just have to go in the Neverland, wherever they are. We do not know. They go back to where they were before they came here. We don't know exactly where that is. It's awful. It's awful to be doing that, for an adult to take the life of a child like that. I hate it. I can't stand it. All right? So I just want to make that point. Now, they are theorizing that is the tea, the marijuana tea, that caused the guy to act like that. What do you think?
Probably. It's strange that you would bring this up. Just recently, I was in the company of some guys, right? And Andre and Kina, it is said, you take the marijuana stick and you smoke it. You get a nice little high. When you heard about the marijuana cake and so on?
When you consume it, it's
I
different.
heard. That's it
It goes
right
straight
there.
to your bloodstream.
That's it right there. I understand when you consume it like that in the cake and so, different vibe. So I'm wondering if the tea thing, the people who know about the tea thing, forgive me, I'm just purely speculating here. But I've heard about the marijuana cake and there are other things they make to it.
The gummies. And
Gummies,
the things
edibles.
that they do,
You know the
edibles.
things, right.
They do
Edibles.
something.
I do not know for the tea. I have not heard about the tea.
That's the first time I've heard that.
No, I've heard about
because
the tea,
people
I've
tell
heard
you-
about the edibles, I've heard about the cake.
A lot
Yes,
of people say
the
you
edibles, I know. They say it's dangerous.
Yeah.
The tea, I do not know
No,
if
I've
it's
heard
dangerous.
about
So you've heard it's dangerous as well?
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, I've never heard that, to be honest with you. I've always
Depending
heard.
on who is consuming it, because we all wired differently. So someone might consume marijuana tea and not do them anything. They get a high. They might not get a high. Another individual would get a high or maybe have a mental breakdown.
So what I heard, since I was a little boy, that if you drink the tea is fine. It is safe. It's even better than smoking the marijuana. A lot of people tell you they take it for asthma, and so they give it to the
Right.
children for asthma. I've heard that already.
Right.
It's a safe way to use the marijuana.
But
That's
again,
true, I've
just
heard
like
that.
medication, maybe it might be safe, but how many leaves was put in that tea? How strong was that tea? You know, a lot of things, even whatever, we say, okay, it's safe, just like any form of medication that you're going to take. If you take too much of it, then it will have some effect. So how concentrated was that tea?
Right.
That's the
That's a
thing.
question as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
How concentrated, and that would cause it to be so effective or affect him that kind of way that he just figure, hey,
Especially if he was not a violent person, if he didn't have a history
Right,
of violence
right,
before,
right.
that, let me tell you, if he did, then obviously, then, gosh, but still, that's unimaginable. The two children gone in the most violent way. Gosh, man. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Now, I never really bothered to check that out until today.
the marijuana
Tea.
thing.
I've
Right.
never bothered to check that
Already?
out.
So you did a
What
read
did
up?
you come
I
up
just
with?
checking it there.
All right.
It says drinking cannabis tea, even medical marijuana, can cause depression and anxiety in patients. Such effects can also make a person feel altered or high. Drinking cannabis tea is a non-harsh way to consume cannabis compared to smoking or vaping. So I that's the first time I ever came across that. To be honest, I never even bothered to check that out.
Me too. I've never thought of it. We hear about it all the time, but I've never really thought of it.
Even right here in St. Lucia, you have individuals that smoke and nothing never happened to them. They get this high, euphoric high. And they have other individuals who may have just had this first blunt, as they call it, and they're never the same. Some say, okay, it's a black joint or so on, but some of this, whatever. But we all respond differently to whatever we consume. We smoke, whether it's something that we drink.
Seriously, I've always heard since I was a boy that drinking the tea is fine.
Yeah.
And today I'm reading something too. I've never bothered to follow up on that. Interesting.
We learn something new every single
Interesting.
day.
All right. Okay. So let's get into the shout outs.
You got it together?
I'm
Oh.
gonna do the other one.
You'll do the other one?
Let me try to.
Okay. All right. So, Facebook, to the Facebook folks, we say hi, good morning to you. And as always, thank you for interacting with us. We really appreciate it. Sharon Peter started off the morning by saying, good morning, happy Tuesday to all. And Pious Snappy Yeman says, good morning. Of course, Sharon giving me my usual big shout. Thank you so much, Sharon. And she says, good morning, Kay.
Good morning.
Dakota McGuire, Cleveland, Sealy says, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Dakota.
Sharon came back and says, good morning to management of Floral Studios, Deborah and Tamika. So now we had a couple of names, Andre, for Floral Studios.
Okay, Deborah and Tamika.
Yes, sir.
And of course, and the beautiful Sharon, right?
She's not with them. She is, Floral Studios is here.
Oh,
remember?
sorry. I thought you were
Right.
talking about where she is there. Oh, all right. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Yeah, man. So we have some names now for Floral Studios.
So Tamika and who?
Let me go back to it. Deborah.
Okay. So good morning, Tamika. Good morning, Deborah at Floral Studios. Where exactly are they located, Tony?
I think the Floral Studios, is it the same one at, is it Marsha or now at the new mall? Not just yesterday. I think.
Anchorage, we were told.
Anchorage, right? Was it Floral at Anchorage?
Yes, that's all.
So, okay. So maybe they're at Anchorage now. Anchorage Mall?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Jan Blas Warner says, good morning, my Rev-Up St. Lucia family. Tony, Andre, and smiling Keena. Wishing you all a very awesome
Morning,
and
Jan
productive day ahead. She says, Tony, you are the best. Each one of you combined make me laugh. Or make us laugh so sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Jan Blas Warner. Lilia Victor checked in and says, good morning, everyone.
Morning, Lilia.
Good morning, Lilia.
Good hearing from you.
Followed by Barbara Augustine. Barbara says, my favorite people, good morning. And all in the chat room, share the link, please.
Morning, Barbara.
Sharon says, John Flavian, bonjour. Actually put bonjour there. John McCurdy. All right, John says, good morning, Rev Up Dream Team and listening audience. Jan Blas Warner says, Tony, you love to tease Joella Yard. Behave yourself. When I talk about the red, I said, Joella,
Yes, you did.
All right, Floral Studios Limited. Good morning. They themselves checking in now. Good morning, Rev Up. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
And
You too.
Andre, Tony, and Keena from Floral Studios at Anchorage Unit 3.
All right.
Oh, thanks. I'll maybe visit sometime.
Catherine McPhee says, good morning, Andre, Tony, and Keena. And a little later on, in fact, not too far away, she came back and said something. Alsace Delphina Joseph says, blessings, Tony, Andre, and Keena. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Alsace Delphina.
Thank you, Alsace. Kisses. Mwah.
And now, here comes Catherine McPhee. She says, Tony, I'm there with you, man. Had to do the dishes and all two. Let me make sure I get that right. Had to do the dishes and all two, and there were 8 other siblings. Yes. Yeah, it's just one of those things, you know. All right. Norma, let me see. Norma. Norma Plant. Right. Norma Plant. Hi. Good morning to you. Norma says, good morning, Rev Up family. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for that. Norma. Is that Norma, right? Norma. Right. Norma Plant. Pearl Food Baby Henry. Hi. Good morning. She says, good morning to the Rev Up St. Lucia family and all in the chat room. I joined the conversation late. Blessed day to all. Patricia Benjamin says, morning, Rev Up family. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Robert Bull Cauldron. Robert says, morning, family. Listening far away. Sounds great. Now, that simply means, oh, that's why I missed you on Saturday. Yeah, you're out. Okay, but listening right now. Thank you so much for that, Robert. Alexandrine Lisa. Hi, good morning. She says, good morning, Rev Up family. Paul Brothers and Keena. Blessed Tuesday to all. Sean Adonis says, me too. I can't sleep with lights from a child. That's Sean Adonis. Alexandrine Lisa came back and said, sending greetings to my Duval family as we go through this time of grief. Pure strength. I guess you need some strength. But Lisa, tell me what's going on, man. Send another message quickly if you can, all right? Because I have no idea. All right. Oh, wait a second. Okay, I don't remember anyway. So if there's something, Lisa, like I said, send a little message there. Kingsley Shala Armstrong says, "Hey, Rev-Up family, blessings. Morning, Andre. I listened to Nikki's intro when she said that if she was a shabin, she would have been on your case. This really cracked you up, caught you with your pants down. Guess you weren't expecting that, LOL." I missed the beginning of the show. Yeah. Okay, Al Anderson says, "Those were the good old days." That is so true, Al, when we're talking about the gashes and all of that, for sure. Madeline Alexander says, "Good morning, everyone. Tuesday blessings with loads of love to all." Thank you so much for that. Larry Hippolyte. Larry says, good morning to all. Blessed morning." Thank you, Larry. Also checking in again is Madeline Alexander. Poor job, Tony. I hope you learn from that. Things can backfire on you. LOL.
Morning, Madeline.
Yeah, you're talking about, me being scared?
Yes.
Yeah. Barbara Xavier says, "Good morning to all of you. Have a great day. Blessed love." Thank you, Barbara Xavier.
Morning, Barbara.
Alita Flavio says, "Good morning, Tony, Andre, and Keena. Blessed Tuesday to you all." Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alita.
Jan came back and says, "I can never forget that look. Tramping that day in the dance hall in Choiseul." So it looked as though it was Choiseul. Yeah. "I think that song was not being played in dances. Andre, correct me on this, please." Probably. I think after that they probably banned the song, if it's true, in dancing, playing in parties and so. I suspect they did. All right, Sil's Rub or Fiction. Hi, Sil. Good morning to you. She says, "Good morning, Andre, Keena, and Tony. Please,
Good morning, Sil.
Can you always give us these stories so that we can keep laughing? I love listening to them. Having a great laugh. Y'all does make my day. Thank you. Blessings always."
Blessings.
Thank you, Silton.
Well.
Really appreciate it. Hopefully we can start the shows, with these things, but not every day, Sometimes there are things to talk about, etc., etc. So we have fun when we can. Alexandrine Lisa says, "Pi, childhood days, the devil day." That's true. So Lisa, you were old enough to remember that, boy? All right. Lucy Blondell cracking up on that. Elita Flavio says, "Back in the days, man." Septima Joseph says, "Good morning." Madeline came back and says, "Tony, that happened at Bond's Dance Hall at T. Rocher Castries. I remember that like it was yesterday, the devil day." So maybe it happened a couple of places then. She Chubb says, "Andre, that's not AI." Kingsley Armstrong says, "Andre and Tony, our generation had to deal with the stories of the devil and La Jablesse." That's right, La Jablesse as well. Boy, that was so scary. Having to wake home, walk home late nights, always scary. That is so true, let me tell you. Sean Adonis says, "What did you expect Mary to say? The lady is singing for her supper, point blank." She Chubb says, "Andre wants to believe it's AI." Sean Adonis, let's hope it is. Yeah.
Nah, definitely not.
Okay. Sean Adonis says, "Let's hope it's not that one she is referring to, because it would be in her best interest to just say nothing until such time." She Chubb says, "That's a fact." Josie Stephen, it's not AI. Alvina was standing there. No, if that's the one, no, that's not AI, but that's the one we're talking about. Catherine McPhee says, "Depends on which one you saw, Tony." You're very correct. I only saw the one. Anyway. She Chubb says, "Escort." What a nice word. Josie Stephen, he pushed her simple. She Chubb, "I can't with Andre." You love that man so much, She Chubb. Madeline Alexander says, we to hook up on AI. Okay, Madeline. Sean Adonis says, "The initial video put out by the SLP seemed quite innocent, but the new video seem a bit aggressive and constitutes a push in my view. Look at the new video. There is aggression. Whether you want to call it subtle or otherwise, let's just all wait for the final outcome. Simple." All right, Conrad. All right, Conrad. This was Premeditated. First, it was a push out of the building. Now it's about a friendly touch. Conrad says again, had the minister did a citizen's arrest for a protester entering a House of Parliament would serve her right. All right. Deroy Destang says we have become too sensitive. We have allowed lies to take root in our lives, and those lies can be lies of condemnation or destruction. Kingsley Shala came back and says this: as an ardent fan to hard drive, it's my hope that party politics, and I stress party politics, should be left for Thursday and Friday. Just my opinion, and not suggesting to management that this should be the case.
Say that again. What's the suggestion?
Party politics leave out of Rev-Up. Be left out of Rev-Up. No. My bad. Out of hard drive. You got it?
Yes, I got it.
All right. Party politics. You want me to read it again?
No, that's fine. But
okay.
Obviously we don't. I don't agree with that.
He says, just my opinion, and not suggesting to management that this should be the case. Really love and enjoy the program.
Thank you.
Elsa Hippolyte says, greetings to my Paul brothers, Keena, and all in the chat room. Great vibes. Have a fantastic day. Shauna Don is very, very hypocritical. All sin is sin. Obviously, Andre, you know what you're talking about. All right. Elita Flavio says, I agree with you, Andre. Leave the people alone. Shauna Donna says, a lot of our problems are due to alcohol and drug abuse, so it is highly possible. Sean Adonis, let me see what else you said here. You have to consider the potency and potential that it could have been laced. Oh, that too, I suppose. There is a lot of craziness happening out there. Poor babies, may they rest in peace. Very, very true.
Thanks.
All right, and this one says marijuana is an intoxicant, and doctors will then tell you intoxicants after the brain chemistry, alter the brain chemistry, impairs judgment, causes long-term damage of brain regions, and the list goes on. And finally, Duval's sister passed away. It was a sudden death, Tony. But we haven't given me a name, Lisa, after all. Tell me which one I'm in. You know what I mean? Okay, well, but thanks for the information anyway. If anything, you send it quickly. If you can give me a name, because I mean, I would know the sisters. I suppose it's not your mommy, because I think your mommy is a sister as well. Obviously, you would have said it's your mommy. All right, so just send that quickly. I'll just look at it for my edification, but I may not read it, okay? You can send it in the... Right. Arlette Richards. Oh, Arlette checking in quickly says, blessed day, Andre, Tony, and Keena. Thank you, Arlette. All right. Okay, that's about it. Again, Lisa, if you could send it, I will just look at it because my eyes are on the Facebook page.
Okay, I was able to get into WhatsApp. Yay. So someone chimed in first and they said, morning, brothers and Kiki. Tony, the reason y'all lost yesterday is because that was yesterday. The person says, Tony, cook the breadfruit, let it stay overnight, and put it by fire to roast with some cucumber salad. Josie Ann chimed in next, and she said, good morning, River family. Happy Tuesday to all. So that's Josie Ann. Someone else chimed in, and they said, that laugh. That was it. Another chimer person said, good morning to you guys. I'm watching you guys. Make my day. You guys make my day. Have a wonderful day. I'm watching from Canada. DBS is my channel all day. So I decided to get in touch after a long time. My name is Marcella, better known as Massey.
All right. So rev up to DBS.
Definitely.
Yeah. Someone else chimed in and the person says, good morning, Andre. This morning's topic was very good, but the problem is lack of respect for each other. They sent it at 10 actually. Each other and taking each other for granted, and selfishness towards each other. Saki Pani problem. The person also went on to say, good morning, Keena, Andre, Tony. Wishing everyone a good day from Tekla L. Andre, generally people do not like to apologize to each other. Everyone is boss, laugh out loud. This does not work in a relationship. That came in at 10:25. Someone else chimed in. The person said, hello, Andre, Tony, Keena. You guys sound good. Have a wonderful day. Bless. Someone else chimed in, said, it was disco at Victoria Schroezel with a 1 foot horse, 1 foot human. So we're hearing Schroezel, we're hearing Castries. So which is correct?
Just Schroezel, I remember it was Schroezel.
I remember hearing it was Schroezel. I'm
Exactly.
not sure. Maybe there was another in Castries.
Probably, yeah, probably. Because, after it probably happened in Schroezel,
The
bring
devil
that to
showed up
Castries,
again in
boy.
Castries.
Yeah.
Someone else chimed in and says, Happy Tuesday, Tones, Andre, and Kiki. Thanks for starting off our Halloween celebration next month. October, that's from Gigi. Some decorations at the stores already.
Yes.
A.G. Simpson chimed in and he said, the AI generated one is the one showing them fighting.
Who's the them fighting?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you haven't seen that one?
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen that one. Must
I
be the
haven't seen
minister
it, so-
and the lady reporter. Used to be a reporter, and that's the thing, People again don't take this to be politics. I know she worked with Hot FM. Maybe she has another job with another media. I don't know. All right, and maybe she was there to cover. You know what I mean? I don't know, but of course you saw the shirt she had. She was protesting. She actually had the shirt where it's saying, you know what I mean?
And I think the minister was saying that if you're a protester, you shouldn't be inside the building.
That's
Inside
right.
the building.
Yes.
But
There were other ways
I
that
think
he
where he sort of messed up. He should have actually allowed
Somebody
the
else.
officer
Right, he should have allowed an officer to escort
to escort her, and not
Yeah.
not him
Not
do
himself,
it personally.
I
yeah.
guess maybe he thought, hey, maybe I could handle it.
Not very smart.
Not a very smart move. And Iphigenia said, good morning to Andre, Tony, and Kina, and to Bernadette and her son here with me today. So that's from Iphigenia. Smalley was the last to chime in. He said, good morning, guys. It was at the Lucifer Disco.
Yeah, another one again.
You see?
Another one again. And Lucifer is by the way, was in
Up north.
Yes,
It's up north.
Yes.
So, okay, we were confused now.
No, not at all.
I am.
Okay.
Schroezel, Castries,
It-
Grosley.
So maybe it happened. I know for sure Schroezel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know for Castries or Lucifer. Lucifer is probably.
So there's a disco
makeup.
named Lucifer?
There was.
How you mean?
There was.
And extremely popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all went
Yeah, we
there.
still like that. We still like that.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it for the last. Smalley was the last to chime in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Anything else?
Well, we're hoping to have Humble Official here with us on our program this morning, and he will do some a cappella and so on. He sent us some music. I suspect we may not have it for airplay this morning. We have a few already. That's good. We'll play them. But
We
he's
need
probably
love and bestie.
exactly. But he's thinking that it's going to be a play the music. No, man, we're chatting. We're having
We're
fun
having a
with you, you know what I mean?
conversation.
That's right. We ain't playing no music. You know what I mean? So he got that part wrong if he was thinking that. Yeah. So, just 22 past the hour. And while we have a little time, might as well talk about it again with the few listeners that we have still. 95.9, it will be the new frequency as of this coming Sunday. All right, we're going to change over to 95.9 FM.
Someone has a good question, actually, Tony. I sent it to Cosmos to get an official response. Okay, he just responded. All right, the person was asking, does the change to 95.9 affect the website? So this is from a listener in Canada. So Cosmos just responded. He says, no, it
No,
does
it
not
wouldn't.
affect it.
Wouldn't affect it.
Okay, so one of our favorite listeners in Canada, I know is listening right now and viewing maybe. Yes, so it does not affect, the change in the frequency doesn't affect the website.
Only FM.
FM.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, alrighty. Okay, so we're done for now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
All right, so coming up next is going to be Rev-Up the Homegrown.
Rev up the homegrown.
And you say you have a special guest today, Tony?
Special guest
Humble
today,
Official.
I would like to think he's a new artist. We'll find out more about that for sure. He calls himself Humble Official, but he had a different name that we'll
I
find
think
out
he
as
So
well.
Yeah,
so
he
is
had a
that
different name
same
before.
KB official, no?
No, I don't think so.
No,
No.
it's someone else.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
KB Official is producing some stuff these days, by the way.
Ah.
Yeah, he had something for Carnival. I think he did it with Este Blazin.
Steve Lazy.
Yes, he had a song. Then he had that particular song for Carnival 2025, and he's released, I think, 2 other songs. Yeah, 2 other songs. I'll play both of them tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one is called Wifey.
A wifey. Okay.
Oh, nice.
The one you played just before the news.
Really?
Right. Yeah,
That was him.
it's KB
yeah,
Official.
That's one of them.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
familiar with him, Kina?
Yeah, you play him all the time.
Was that one a new one?
And he
Which one?
produced some
Yes.
One you
for
played just
Yes,
before the
yes.
news.
And he has another one.
Sounding
There's
good.
another one called Wifey.
Okay.
Very well,
Sounding really good,
well
man.
produced, man.
The production from his recording studio is really good, top notch.
So he has his own studio.
I'm assuming he
Oh,
does.
okay.
Because of the quality of the recordings coming out
Okay.
from there. If not, whoever he goes to, they're doing a really good job.
Okay.
Yeah, so just to make a few announcements, as we said a while ago, so Rev-Up the Homegrown, special guest will be official.
Humble
Humble
official.
official.
Humble
yes,
official.
yes.
Yeah, so Tony will be here along with Kina taking care of that program. Then Kina, of course, continues. So Kina, what interesting things do you have coming up today?
Lil Nas' his father shares an emotional account of his son's mental health. So he was not high on drugs or anything. He was actually having a breakdown at the time. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on with him that would cause
Well,
that.
Lil Nas, like I said before, he started at 19. His mom has been, the highs and lows dealing with his mom and her being on the streets, even though his father and his stepmom raised him. But the public life, celebrity life, that takes a mental toll on you, and whatever else he's dealing with. So he actually had a mental breakdown at that time.
So let me ask you, just quickly, can you imagine what these celebrities are going through that would cause them to be under a lot of stress and so on? What is it that they're going through?
People are constantly weighing in on what they think they should and shouldn't do. They do not have the privacy because we, as fans, feel entitled. I should know everything about you and that sort of stuff. So they're constantly followed. They don't have time to really, even when they're out there. Because I remember when I interviewed Denise Williams in 2022, she was saying that when she first saw Michael Jackson at a Walmart store, he had, this fake nose and everything of that sort, and he just wanted to be left alone. And she said even for her, it was difficult, but she knew what to do. So for them, they go through this part in their journey as celebrities that becomes very, very difficult because you're recognizable at that point. And people have so much to say about you. And it's very difficult for a lot of them. On top of that, it's always work. People constantly have their views on the songs that are released, how well it does on the charts. And they have their own demons dealing with. We all do, the highs and lows of our family, whatever else they might be going through, And look at Kanye West, for example. And people are still laughing at him constantly, but he does have a mental condition.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's bipolar.
Yeah, he's bipolar. Yeah.
Adding to that, I think some of them, when we know in sports, some of them take performance enhancing drugs.
Yes.
And again, they're going through something that would cause them to feel the need to take those
Take them.
things.
Yes,
Yeah.
because sometimes when you under the influence of whatever it is that you're taking, you perform better. Sad
Yes.
to say. Yeah, because to go and face this crowd and so on, and even maybe to take a walk down the street, you're walking down the street, maybe you feel you need to on a little something. Otherwise, you maybe your inner self says, as Kina said about Michael Jackson, I just want to be left alone. Wouldn't worry to say hello to me, that kind of thing.
But even with us being in the media, it's somewhat difficult for some of us as well. Because when you're out there, everybody is calling you, or they have something to say, or
true.
if you say something, then you're either on that side or that side. Some people don't really look at the context of what it is that you're saying, and that's okay, because sometimes you feel judged. Sometimes it weighs down on you because you don't have the privacy even when you do go to the supermarket or something. And even with us here, we have our little ups and downs with it, but we manage it the best way that we can. So you don't see what that person is going through. When you're in public life, it takes a toll, and you have to find ways to deal with it the best way you can and have the right supportive people around you.
Yeah. Okay. So Anything else?
No. As well, a man was beaten. You'll find out where a man was beaten after he sat on the toilet.
After he sat on the toilet.
By a snake, actually. Yeah.
So, okay, I guess you'll give the details.
So
later.
the snake bit him. I mean, you're a man, you know what? There was a snake in the toilet bowl.
Wow.
When he sat, the snake bit him.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that.
Man.
So as well, science shows that a simple act of just holding hands with your partner could reduce pain and stress. Yeah, so that's also that. And Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley says she has ways of preserving the legacy of Carrie Festa. So I'll touch on that as well.
All right, so that's going to be with Kina, and she'll be with you until 3 this afternoon. From 3, as always, we have Zen the DJ until 5. And then from 5 until 6, we have Mary Polius with Powell Politic. That's from 5 until 6. And then from 6 until 7, Doctor in the House.
Yep.
With Dr. Leonard Suraj.
That's right. 6 o'clock this evening.
Yes,
The
so it's all
doctor will be
happening on
in the
Rev-Up St. Lucia today. Now, let me just mention quickly that this Thursday, starting this Thursday, is going to be the healing process with Dr. Phil Leon and his wife Clarissa. That's going to be this coming Thursday. We already have a promo set up, so the promo should be starting later today. So that's going to be from 11:30 to 12:30 every Thursday on Rev-Up. Okay? And also, starting, I think, on the 10th, we have Mind Matters. The Mind Matters, that's going to be every Wednesday from 10 until 11. That's with Dr. Let me make sure I don't want to say the wrong thing. Let me make sure I say the right thing. Yes, Dr. Julius Gilead.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Dr. Julius Gilead is starting on the 10th, if all goes well, on the 10th of September. Now, those of you who were early listeners to Rev-Up, I did say that as time goes by, we'll be making adjustments, introducing new programs and so on. So some programs which we currently have are definitely going to be affected, okay? Either temporarily or permanently, depending on the situation. All right? So, all right. So keep it locked to Rev-Up St. Lucia. So Tony, thank you very much. Kina, thank you very much for the time on Hard Drive for today. Stay with us, folks. They'll be here until, Tony will be here until 11:30.
Right.
And then Tony returns from 5 o'clock this afternoon to be with Mary Polius. So this has been Hard Drive for today. Thanks for listening and thanks for viewing. Hard Drive brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor and Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Joseph Shipping Agency, telephone 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph's Shipping Agency.
In moments of loss, finding comfort and support is essential. At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we understand that every life is unique, and honoring that life is our mission. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, offering personalized services that reflect the cherished memories of your loved one. From traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life, we provide a range of options tailored to your family's wishes. Whether it's a simple service or an elaborate tribute, we ensure every detail is handled with care. Let us help you create a meaningful farewell, honoring the legacy of your loved one. To learn more about our services, call 758-452-2021 Castries, 758-454-9239 Viewfort. Visit us at www.ramballysfuneral.com. Rambali's Funeral Parlor, where memories are cherished and love is everlasting.
Hey friends, are you ready to kickstart your day with inspiration? Join Pastor Yanrick Joseph for Come Grow With Him, your daily devotional